television. There's sort of huge changes going on at the moment. Cinema is becoming a lot more global. I mean, when we sort of talked about Hollywood domination, let's say again in the certainly the end of the 20th century, in the beginning it was French domination, but that's another matter. At the end of the 20th century, that can't be said anymore. I mean, we all know that there are lots of sound stages in Hollywood that are empty because people now make films all over the world at Hollywood quality level. We've talked here about the influence of AI that takes over certain tasks and that will also enable new voices to make films who usually wouldn't be entitled. So, I mean, I grew up in the North German woods. I would have never thought I'll be entitled to work in the British film industry, let alone go to the Cannes Film Festival. That kind of stuff becomes now more accessible. But how that will change the industry, lots of panels in Cannes scratching their heads over it. But if you're part of the head scratching process, at least you get a sense of what your own role can be and how you can deal with it in the year to come. That's the advantage of going to festivals. And, by all means, it's, Cannes is just the biggest, beastliest of them, where, let's say, that kind of power is very condensed. But I really recommend anybody here who can go to a film festival, maybe run by a little cultural center or something smaller near them. Certainly everybody who goes to festivals, let's say smaller national film festivals like in Mumbai or Edinburgh or sort of places like that, they're much easier to work because in Cannes, if you meet a person, you probably don't meet them again in the rest of the week because it's just so sprawling. Whereas in smaller film festivals, you run into people again and you have another drink, you can really sort of form a stronger bond. I'm all for that. People going, maybe volunteering, you really know film festival inside out, get a lot of insights and so on if you volunteer as a driver or as an usher or so on at a film festival. Do all that kind of stuff in order to understand how connections are made.